4, 3, 2. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So this one's more of just like a debunking a theory video, which I'm not trying to make myself look like a smart guy or something like that, any bullshit like that. I'm not the smartest, but I'm not the bluntest, if you can get what I mean. I know a fair bit about the Titanic. I was the Titanic kid back in my school. I used to know lots. I know lots about the Titanic, but nothing in this world prepared me for how absolutely bloody destroyed, like how, let me rephrase that, nothing could prepare me for how astronomically stupid Brightside is for their Titanic V-break theory. Yep, you heard that. They made a bloody video saying that the Titanic broke in a V shape. Now let me give you some context. They said it broke like saying that a bit on the bottom of the Titanic fell off and then it broke up from there. But here's what I don't get. They say a bottom part of the Titanic fell off of its lower hull, and yet they say the superstructure broke in a V shape and then it was only hanging on by the bottom hull. How does that work? You would need to have the bottom hull pretty much just severed in half for the superstructure to officially break. But that's not the worst part. The worst part, in my theory, is the fact that the Titanic could never, ever in a million years break in a V shape. Okay, yes, it could, but you'd have to lose the entire bottom of the bloody boat just for it to have the chance to break in that. It would have had to have been torpedoed at a strategic angle to get in a V break. But yeah, I saw Historic Travels' video on this, and even he couldn't bear this shit. This Brightside Titanic video was a load of horse shit. The fact that they even think a V-break would be possible by an iceberg is quite the fucking achievement in stupidity, I'll admit. I've always believed that it was just a straight vertical angle that it sank at. Not in one piece. It broke I believe it was like a 90-degree angle. It was something like that. But I've always believed that it broke in a horizontal angle, not in a vertical angle, not in one piece. It broke in half, and not in a bloody V shape. But what annoys me the most is the people that actually believe this crap is real. So let me just start off by saying, I don't believe any of this is real. Brightside, there is some stuff about certain topics that I was like, oh really? And I kind of just went on from there. But it was nothing to do with the Titanic. But seeing just how bad their care is for this bloody mass grave, because they just think of it as a boat wreck. They just think of it as just a massive heap of metal at the bottom of the North Atlantic. And in hindsight, it is, but no, it's a mass grave. It's got thousands upon thousands of billions of atoms, or just like reminiscence stuff like that of dead bodies on the decks, inside the boat, around it, in the debris field. It's everywhere. To be honest, James Cameron's bloody filming crew and everything, their submarines probably have just thousands of bloody dead kids scattered on their bloody submarines. But don't worry, that was only when they went down there, because it probably washed off when they got to the surface, but still. Like, the Titanic is something to be remembered for forever. You can't just throw away all this bloody, like, you can't just dishonour these people that have died upon this ship. Some are actually heroes. Like, have they even heard about the people that stayed on the Titanic to keep the bloody lights on? Yeah, people did that. I think it was like 2 people as well. 2 people stayed in the boiler room and everything, controlling the power to the Titanic. And, not to mention, the only reason why the people on the Titanic were ever bloody saved is because 2 people who refused to bloody, like, not because they were commanded not to repair the Marconi equipment, but they did anyway behind the captain's back so that they could send out signals in case of emergencies. Now, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I could be wrong, I admit, I could be wrong. Historic Travels probably review this video, which I'm hoping you will, because then I'll get a clarification if I'm a dumbass or if I'm correct. And yeah, so the idea of a V-brake, if it was torpedoed, yes, it could have happened, but the fact that it sank from an iceberg would never have happened. The iceberg would have had to have bloody drifted into the side of the ship with a bit under it poking up into the boat just to get the chance of a V-brake. Even then, it probably wouldn't happen. It'd probably just have a hole in the bottom of the middle of the boat. They'd probably just bring up water into that, and then it'd probably do a little bit of cracking, maybe, just maybe, a break in the upper superstructure, and that will go under. And for clarification, a superstructure is what's ideally on top of a boat. So ideally, you know how you've got the deck, and then you've got all the bits on top of it, like the funnels and the captain's quarters and everything. Yeah, that's all superstructure. Superstructure is basically just everything on top of the boat. So ideally, the funnels, superstructure. The captain's area where he died in the James Cameron movie, superstructure. The bit where Jack and Rose banged in the car was lower decks. But the bit where all the people like the grand staircase, the top dome bit, superstructure. But the fact that it goes all the way down into the boat, it would be lower decks. So technically the only way possible that they could get an infrastructure and the decks to be one is if it was the bloody grand staircase, because the very top of the grand staircase is infrastructure. The rest of it that goes down into the boat is just decks and decks and decks and stairs. But yes, so if you believe Brightsides like got a good theory of it being a V-brake, don't believe them. Because do you honestly believe people that are like, oh my god, the Titanic could have broken in a V shape, or it could have broken in one piece? They actually made an animation video, and in the animation video, in one of them, the Titanic had 4 funnels, but one looked like it was like falling off of it, like it wasn't rendered right. So do you honestly believe people who can't even render a bloody boat right on the bloody simulation thing? So I'm just gonna let, from now on, I don't really get I don't really jump to conclusions on the Titanic theory. I just let like the better experts handle this. I'm a small expert. Like I know quite a bit, but I'll admit some stuff that people have told me has surprised me in the past. And hell, he even said Historic Travels even said on his video these people probably don't even know what a superstructure is. And to be honest, I guessed that it was just like the frame of a boat, like it was just the steel that made up the bit where they attached the paneling and everything. Technically, I was and wasn't right, because the bits under the paneling, which I thought was the superstructure, is actually what's holding on to the superstructure. So technically, I both am and aren't right here, but still, I admit that I didn't know. But the thing is, Brightside likes to claim that they know everything about the Titanic, and that they're so great and everything. And it's just painful to watch, honestly, just watching them try and look all bloody, like, watching them try and say that they know everything about the Titanic, and it's like, no, you bloody don't. They don't know crap about the Titanic. I'd be surprised if they even knew that one of the funnels didn't work. But yes, so this was just my debunking of the theory. I have watched Historic Travels' video on this, and how he said it was absolute horse crap, basically, that a V-break would even be possible. As of now, though, this is the only Titanic video I'm doing, so I'll just leave it to him and all the other people to handle, like the Titanic guy and, well, I know his name because I'm subscribed to him, but I can't remember it, so I'm just going to call him the Titanic guy, as everyone does. So I'll leave it to him and Historic Travels to debunk everyone. And yeah, this has just been my theory. Now, if Historic Travels does watch this video, I have to say I am subscribed. I liked the video. I love your content, but this is just my video. Please, if you make a video on this, please make sure you tell me that if I've gotten anything wrong, and I'll talk about it in another video. So, thank you and have a nice day, everyone.